Now, if you've been following my content for a while, it's likely you may have heard me say this before. But the truth is, it needs to be said again because many people just for some reason will not allow it to sit right in their head. Like they constantly will try to avoid doing this particular thing, even though they know deep down that it's the only way to get the results that they want. Now, the truth is, the only way, the single one way that we can guarantee we get results is simply to do the work. Now, that sounds a bit oversimplistic. It's like, well, yeah, all right, do the work, but what about this or what about that? And the catch is this or that don't matter. Let's face it. Like if my goal is to lose weight, there's multiple ways of losing weight, but either way, I have to do the work to obviously carry out that way. Same in business. Like you can grow a business and market a business and do sales in a business in many different ways. There are lots of different tactics or strategies that you can implement, but ultimately the principles are the same and they all lay on a foundation of do the work, follow the steps. You must commit to the action required in order to receive the outcome desired. I've said this to you guys in my mindset videos before. And the moment we kind of accept that in ourselves, the moment we go, you know what, actually, there is in reality only one way, and that is for me to follow through on the things I've committed to do, the things I've said I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do them now. Like I said, I was going to eat healthier. So that's what I'm going to do. I said I was going to go to the gym on a regular basis or work out if I want to do it at home because I'm not a fan of gyms or whatever. But the thing is, if I say I'm going to do something, I should do it because that's what's required in order for me to get the result. So it's no good me saying, here's the outcome I want. I want to earn an extra £100,000 this year, but then not be willing to step my game up and do the things required to earn that extra 100,000. It's no good me saying, oh, you know what? By the end of the year, I want to have a six pack and be lean and ripped if I'm not willing to do the work. Because let's face it, the level that you have to operate to lose weight may pale in comparison to the level that you have to operate to in order to lose enough weight and burn enough body fat to reveal a six pack. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't chase a six pack and it's so much more difficult, but until you actually start doing the work, you have no evidence to tell you either way. You have no wisdom or experience in the game that says, oh, actually, you could get a six pack this easily. Or, you know what, if you want a six pack, that's going to be quite difficult and you're going to have to do this, 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 and this. Unfortunately, for some people, it is going to be easier, both in terms of the mechanics, like the things they have to do, because their physiology may be more adept to producing a six pack. But on the flip side, others may find it easier than them because they may find it easier to stick to the habits. It's like they might not have a physiology that is as primed to get the particular outcome, but instead maybe they have the right mindset and the discipline required, whereas the person with the great physiology doesn't. So you could be someone whose physiology maybe makes it a bit more challenging, isn't quite as primed for lean abs and all the rest of it, but perhaps your discipline, your ability to carry yourself forward and make yourself do the work is going to outperform that person who allegedly has the better genetics. So that's what we have to kind of contend with sometimes. It's like the only way to get the result is to do the work. Doesn't matter. There's no such thing as, oh, this person gets a free pass and all the rest of it. Life tends to not work that way for the large majority of people. You know, there are a few people where luck, you know, happens to kind of get involved. But in reality, it's a case of do the work. Like most people think that rich people are rich because, oh, well, they were born into it or they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, or, oh, they just won a lottery, or, oh, luckily one of their relatives died and they inherited a bunch of money and this and that. But the truth is most people with money, it's just they have a slightly different mindset in terms of how they wish to go about producing money in their life. But they got there through doing the work. There's no such thing as an overnight success like we tend to see. You know, it's like, oh my God, this guy came out of nowhere and suddenly he's a multimillionaire and everyone knows all about him. But often that has taken years and years of graft behind the scenes, work, daily work, same thing, repeating over and over and over again, being disciplined on the steps that were necessary to get them that outcome. Then suddenly, because compounded effort over time obviously results in this overnight success, everyone goes, oh my God, wow, where did he come from? And it's like, I've been fucking trying to build this shit for years, motherfucker. This was no overnight success. And it almost downplays the reality of what was created. And it's no different in our body. You know, we can't, unfortunately, be an overnight success and wake up 30 pounds lighter than the day before. But consistent effort over time, doing the work, will get you that 30 pounds off, or that 12 pound of muscle you're trying to build, or whatever the goal might be. Perhaps it's getting you out of pain. Perhaps it's reversing a chronic disease or illness, such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, or something like that. All of these things can be cured in most cases, but you have to be willing to do the work. We have to be willing to stop doing the things that led us to where we are and change them for the things that are going to enable us to move forward and ultimately get those outcomes that we want. So, people, that's all I've got for you tonight. Quite simply, be willing to do the work, and mentally, emotionally, spiritually, things get a lot easier because we start to see those physical outcomes in our body that we're looking for, because we've stopped fighting and resisting the process. We've stopped fighting and resisting the necessity for us to step up and basically do the work. Thanks for watching, people. As always, I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And if not, look at this. I've just closed off my screen here. I can't even see myself now. And if not, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take it easy, people. Thanks for watching, and I shall chat to you soon.